The Great Depression loomed. The stock market had crashed, banks had closed, and many people had lost all their savings. Over 20% of people were out of work, and 1,000 people were losing their homes each day. Farmers had borrowed money to purchase land, equipment, and supplies. Now they had to default on these loans, and many had lost their farms. On March 4, 1933, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, commonly known as FDR, the 32nd President of the United States, was sworn in. Many Americans hoped he could do something to combat this awful depression from which so many were suffering.
I pledge myself to a new deal for the American people.
And that's exactly what FDR did. Within his first 3 months in office, he had submitted, and Congress had approved, 15 programs that became known as the New Deal. The New Deal had 3 main types of programs. Programs that gave aid to the poor, programs that made and enforced laws to protect the public, and programs that put people to work.
I had the opportunity to speak with Dr. Gordon Carper, Professor of History Emeritus at Berry College, about FDR.
One thing that he was, that I think most scholars would agree on, is he was pragmatic. He was the kind of person who said, you have a problem. You shouldn't get hung up on ideology. You should solve the problem.
In 1932, the Tennessee River Valley's 2 million inhabitants were among the poorest in the nation. Farms flooded often, and the soil was poor. As part of the New Deal, on May 18, 1933, the Tennessee Valley Authority, or TVA, was created.
In creating this, FDR hoped to control flooding, improve navigability on the Tennessee River, improve farmland, provide public power, assist in the creation of a government nitrate and phosphorus manufacturing facility, and assist in agricultural and industrial development in this region.
It starts, of course, as a way to develop a 7 to 9 state area of the United States. It starts as a way to, in effect, put people back to work. Building all of those dams took a long time, and it took a lot of people to build those dams. But it also started as a way to show the government can influence the private sector. Not necessarily dominate it, but influence the private sector.
Miss Jody Selman flipped the switch in 1933 to turn on the power from TVA to Pulaski, Tennessee.
The town I grew up in, Pulaski, in Giles County, was the first municipality, the first town to have TVA power. And I was 4 years old, and I flipped the switch. I turned the power on. Everybody rode around to see everybody's lights come on. It was just an extravaganza.
The TVA helped farmers and encouraged development in the region. When the spring rains came, the dams prevented the Tennessee River from flooding. In 1933, 2% of homes in this region had electricity. By 1945, 75% had electricity. The TVA also helped employment. So in the end, most agreed that the creation of TVA was a good idea.
I mean, it really was, because people could see, you could have light and you had power.
TVA was truly a brilliant idea. It saved people money. Again, it became the measuring rod of what power should cost. And as a consequence, private power-producing companies had to lower their rates.
Today, TVA's service covers most of Tennessee and parts of Alabama, Mississippi, Kentucky, Georgia, North Carolina, and Virginia.
This is TVA's corporate headquarters in Chattanooga, Tennessee. TVA is the nation's largest power company with a service area of 80,000 square miles. It provides power to 8.8 million homes. Today, TVA has 11 coal-fired plants, 8 combustion turbine plants, 29 hydroelectric dams, 3 nuclear power plants, 1 pump storage plant, 15 solar power plants, 1 wind power plant, and 1 methane gas plant. TVA's Chickamauga Dam. It is just one of TVA's 49 dams and reservoirs. TVA is the nation's 5th largest river system and the world's largest developed network of man-made lakes. In addition to generating hydroelectric power, these dams provide many opportunities for recreational activities, including fishing, sailing, and canoeing.
Last year, TVA celebrated its 75th anniversary. It continues to serve the mission for which FDR created it.